Hello, Aries. This is your reading for the week of July 2nd to July 8th. Aries general reading. This is for sun, moon, or rising, depending on what you resonate best with. Again, these are general readings. Let's go ahead and have a look and see what message or messages comes up for you for this week, Aries. Aries. July 2nd to July 8th, Aries. Let's see what message or messages comes up. Aries. Okay, Aries. So in general, I want to say I don't see a lot of major things happening this week. I do see there may be a period of a little bit of stagnation happening towards the end of the week. However, I don't see any major changes or any major events this week. I do feel like there is some kind of decision that needs to be made this week. And I do want to say, Aries, this could have to do with an individual. This could have to do with a younger individual, possibly a child. And this could have to do with a child and something having to do with the home, possibly, or even some kind of celebration. There could be the possibility of some kind of celebration or some kind of get together. However, I am generally feeling that this may be something to do with the home, something to do with some kind of structure regarding a child. And I feel like there needs to be a decision made regarding whoever this individual is. This could also be any younger person. This could be even a coworker, especially if the coworker is exhibiting signs of possibly being a little bit immature, possibly, or perhaps living in a little bit of a fantasy world. This sometimes does represent, our page represents sometimes the water energy of Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio. And I feel, Aries, like there's a little hesitation on your part in general. I feel like you're hesitating prior to making this decision. And I want to say that this, not only does this have to do with possibly something with the home or structure, but this could have to do with finances as well. This could be something that has to do with some kind of savings plan, possibly for a younger individual, possibly a child. And I feel like whatever decision needs to be made here, there is some planning going on. There is some kind of choice that needs to be made here, and you're definitely hesitating. I feel that it's kind of to the point where it feels like it's becoming almost a burden to try to make this decision, to bring this decision forward, to move forward with this decision. I feel like whatever's being planned, or whatever ideas you currently have, I feel like you're kind of dragging your feet through mud, essentially trying to make this decision. And I feel that there may be a period, a little bit of stagnation here. However, our hanged man is not only kind of literally being in limbo, but also to see things from a different perspective. So my question for you, Aries, is whatever situation is going on here, whatever decision needs to be made, especially if it's regarding this child and some kind of structure or home, or some kind of maybe discipline plan, or even a financial plan. The question, Aries, is how can you see things from a different perspective here? Is there any other different perspective that can be taken on this situation? And I do want to say again, I almost feel like the energy that's coming through is that some child perhaps needs a little bit of discipline here. And I feel maybe this is where the hesitation is coming in. So I feel like this could possibly be your own child, or perhaps this is a coworker. Are you dealing with a situation at work where there is a immature individual, perhaps, of this water type energy? Or is this perhaps your partner? Could this be a partner that you're currently with that perhaps needs a little bit of discipline? I'm almost feeling like this watery energy here needs some kind of wall or some kind of boundary or something that needs to be done to kind of confine this water energy. And I feel like the decision, Aries, that you're trying to make, it is a difficult decision, because I definitely feel that there's some kind of hesitation here. I feel like you're waiting to do it. I feel like you're trying to assess the situation, and you're trying to get a different perspective on the situation, on the planning and the decision in general. However, I feel like you're kind of dragging your feet through mud here. You're moving forward, but you can't quite see the objective yet. You can't quite see the goal. And I do want to say, Aries, how can things be viewed in a different perspective here? If we look at this in a different context or in a different light, sometimes our water energy, especially for our water signs, again, Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio, sometimes this water energy is very difficult to bring a border to, because as we know, water as an energy, water as a substance even, is a very flexible substance. It's the only substance that can have three different states. For example, it can be a solid, it can be a liquid, or it can be a gas. And this is the energy that we have with water. So the question is, Aries, are you trying to block or trying to bind this watery type energy that wants to be fluid? Is this where the hesitation is coming in? Is this what the choice is that needs to be made? Or if we look at things from a different perspective, how can we liberate this energy? How can we liberate this water? How can we allow the water to move in the way that it needs to move? Perhaps we need some structure here. So the question is how can we allow it to be the watery substance that it is? If this is a child, what can we do to allow this child to express itself fully and completely without having too many structures or too many boundaries? Of course, if we're especially dealing with a child, we are going to need some kind of discipline, some kind of boundaries. And I'm taking this from the number 4 specifically because I'm showing 2 4s here. Also our earth energy and our fire energy, which is a grounding energy here. But we want to ground the water, but we also need to allow the water to flourish with the vitality and energy that the fire gives, for example, if we take this on an energetic level. So seeing this as a different perspective, if you're dealing especially with a water type child, these children need to be very expressive. They're very artistic. Is there the possibility that this child can take some kind of creative class, maybe creative writing or some kind of music or some kind of theater? Theater for these children is very good. So this is just the energy that I'm seeing right now, Aries. This is what I'm seeing overall. Like I said, a decision needs to be made regarding this, regarding a possible structure or finances. Sometimes to build the structures, we also need to save our money to be able to then build those structures, physical structures. Or are we trying to, are you in a point that you're having to make a decision about confining or building some kind of structure around this child? And this is hence the reason that you're hesitating and really feeling like you're dragging your feet through mud and kind of in this period of limbo. But Aries, if we see things at a different perspective, how can we allow this water energy to flourish? How can we allow it to be grounded, but at the same time bring some of that fire energy into it so it can flourish, so it can thrive, so it can express itself fully and be the substance that it essentially is, which is the water element, which is a very changeable and very free-flowing substance essentially. So that overall is what I'm seeing for this week of July 2nd to July 8th, Aries. Do let me know if you have any questions or comments. If you like this material, do subscribe and have a good week.